Hey guys, first regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a heroic Thunderhammer build for the Bulwark class in Space Marine 2 patch 12.1. Now, a lot of people love the heroic Thunderhammer in this game, though I will be honest, in my opinion, this is actually one of the weaker options for the Thunderhammer currently, mainly because the balance and block have so much damage at the moment that they really do take full advantage of the moveset of this weapon. But that being said, being able to deploy shock areas around your fully charged attacks, that is pretty good, and I will be building around that today. Now, the heroic perk effect here is called Electrified Thunderclap. Fully charged attacks will leave behind a shock grenade effect. This is a bit of a false description because this weapon will dispense a shock grenade on any level of charge for your aftershock. It will also only work on your aftershock, and what that means is if you take Aftershock Improved for an additional smash, you will get 2 shock areas instead of 1, and on top of that, all you have to do is just like charge it up for any amount of time, so actually a lot better than it sounds initially. Now, the first perk I take here in the full perk tree is Perpetual Strength. Moving here into the perk Fast Preparation, Aftershock preparation times reduced by 30%. It doesn't really matter what variant of the Thunderhammer you're taking, you pretty much always pick up this perk because Aftershock prep time is just mandatory in my opinion, because Aftershock is like the best attack on this weapon besides Ground Slam anyways, so definitely grab this one. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength, and Perpetual Strength again for a 10% melee damage increase. And then we pick up the combo here with Shattering Impact and Seismic Chain. Seismic Chain gives you an additional Ground Slam after your initial one, and this perk just gives you a better AoE radius with your Ground Slam here. So the big thing about Ground Slam is this will not give you a shock grenade effect off Electrified Thunderclap, just keep that in mind, but it's still a very good thing to have because the 8 speed here does make this come out very quickly. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength, down here to the perk after Aftershock for a 10% melee damage increase after you hit an enemy with your Aftershock. You do hit enemies with Aftershock all the time on this weapon, no matter what, so definitely pick this up. Next perk here is Kill Streak, into the perk Aftershock Improved for an additional smash for an additional shock area. And the final 2 perks are Minora Slayer and Majora Slayer, and that is pretty much all there is for the setup on the melee weapon. Now, for my secondary weapon, I do take the Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol. I think this is currently the best bolt secondary in the game, mainly because of the heroic perk effect here, No Help is Coming. Shooting an enemy with the Elite Scream status stops from calling for reinforcements, and headshots will kill in 1 shot. This perk pretty much eliminates the most obnoxious reinforcement calls in this game, and I really have to say, like, this perk is super underrated. You don't realize how many enemies call for reinforcements throughout your game until you play without this perk, because once you have this gun for long enough, you will definitely miss it when you swap to like a different option. So for the perk tree here, let's go all the way down the bottom tree. I really do think this is just the best way to do it initially because this has ammo capacity, damage, and then one of the best perks here with Death Strike. And you go up here for even more options like Discipline for more damage, into Strong Finish, Headhunter, Gunstrike Reload, and Tactical Precision. I do think on the Bulwark class, this is the best overall setup because you really can't take advantage of things like Able Damage very much because your class ability is just not up remotely as much as say like an Assault or even like a Tactical at times. So I think this is the best setup overall. Now for these other secondary options here, you could take the Plasma Pistol Rate of Fire variant. I would set it up this way, though I will say fighting Zoanthropes with this weapon does kind of suck, which is why I usually skip over it, but if you want this for like Chaos or something, you can definitely do that. Neo Volkite is probably the weakest option because the CHP recovery here is not quite as strong, and the Bolt Pistol Firepower variant is actually pretty good, and I'd probably set it up this way. And that's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now for the Bulwark perk tree, I do take the perk Intimidating Aura first. A perfect time parry deals AoE damage within a 5-meter radius. The cooldown is 5 seconds. This perk is just incredible. It's one of the best perks in the entire game. Being able to obliterate an enemy in 1 combo off a parry gunstrike with this perk is absurd. On a fencing weapon especially, you have such a fat parry window that triggering this over and over is incredibly easy. You pretty much always pick this up, though I will say that Conviction is also quite strong on some builds. Next perk here is Shock and Awe. Enemies in the shock area take 25% more damage. We are using the Heroic Thunderhammer, so pretty much always grab this one for that build. And the next perk selection might shock you. Sorry, no puns allowed here, but the point is that Steel Within is a much better perk than the perk up here, Defensive Advantage. I do skip over this one because a 30-second cooldown on a 5-second shock area on a parry or block, this perk just kind of sucks. Like, you're already getting so many shock areas off your Heroic Thunderhammer. This one is super redundant. There are way better shock effects in the game, like Emergency Countermeasures and our Heroic Thunderhammer perk, though I do take Steel Within instead because having tankiness here is just way better for your survivability, and you're not really giving up anything in my opinion. Next perk here is Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all team members automatically restore 1 armor segment. This is just the main form of armor regen on this build. You could take advanced conditioning if you want, or you could even like just take this perk and armor reinforcement for doubled up armor regen here. But I think Steel Within is just a better combo of this perk, so I'm taking it here today. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies in this area of effect. This perk is just another like pseudo shock area around your banner. This isn't actually like a shock area effect, but it does do the same thing basically, which is kill every Minoris in like a 5-mile radius around your banner. Okay, not literally a 5-mile radius, but you get what I'm saying. Your banner basically becomes a free shock nade. This is free damage against Minoris, Majoris, Extremis, and even bosses, so a really good option here. And the next perk here is just an enabler for that, which is Glory Shield. All team members in the banner's area of effect take 20% less damage, and the banner lasts 20% longer. This just gives you more value out of your banner like all around, especially for Purity of Purpose. I honestly think this perk is way more fun to play with than the perk down here, Invigorating Icon. Obviously, getting full HP back is super powerful in this game, but I think more banners is just way more entertaining, so I pick this one up most of the time. Next perk here is Merciless Resolve. After a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunderhammer Pommel Smash, melee damage increases by 15%, you do not lose 12 heavy hits, and you can't be knocked back for 10 seconds. This is the main form of no knockback on this build because we will be taking the signature perk here, Emergency Countermeasure, so having this is very easy to trigger because a Thunderhammer Pommel Smash, if you're unaware, that is simply your lunging attack on your Thunderhammer, so really easy to trigger over and over, though be aware you cannot trigger this perk over again until the initial 10 seconds are up. So like there's like a little bit of downtime, but just be careful with that. Next perk here is Emergency Countermeasure. When your armor is fully depleted, a reserve shock grenade automatically detonates at your position. The cooldown is 45 seconds. Now in patch 11, this got a like buff to its cooldown here where it used to be 90 seconds on the cooldown, now it is 45. It is way better now, and honestly like perfectly synergizes with the Thunderhammer shock builds we're picking up here today. Now, for our prestige perks, I do take the perk Resilience first, Medicaid Sims for 40% more HP, into the perk here Overcharge. Held and charge attack damage increases by 20%. This is a 20% multiplicative melee damage increase, and even though the base damage of our Fencing Hammer here is not that high, this perk is just so damn good that we pick it up pretty much all the time. Final two perks here are Powerful Shot and Standard Bearer because Masterful Defense does nothing with a Thunderhammer because you don't have a shield, and Powerful Shot is a free range damage increase, and Standard Bearer gives you invulnerability for 2 seconds on a banner, and that's actually enough time to like charge up an Aftershock and not get knocked over, so a really good synergy here as well. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I think the Heroic Thunderhammer is pretty fun. I do hope they buff up the damage a little bit because right now the balanced Thunderhammer is kind of nuts and the Block Hammer's been good for quite a while, but hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And if you want to come hang out with me live or just ask me questions about the game, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description alongside a link to my community Discord. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye.
Obviously.
He
He
joined.
would be purged instantly.
True. This guy joined a whole fungal network just to get some ass.
Would you be down bad?
Guy loves guns. He joined like the plant people. There are so many zone throws over there.
Yeah, me and Norman are
Still
just
hit me.
like chilling back here for a sec. Maybe.
I don't think there's gonna actually hit me in there, but I'm gonna take this.
Oh.
That was certainly wacky. So what I was saying about Jake Sully
Right.
is that Jake Sully is, he joined like a fungus network, all for some ass. That guy loved guns. He was a Marine, and he joined the planet with no guns on it. Can you believe that?
He just like stole their guns though.
Yeah, like he still wants guns, but like, listen, the level of traitor Jake Sully is goes deep. I put out a poll once asking, what if humanity found Pandora from Avatar? Or which guard regiment would perform the best? Vatican, obviously. That's over. Tabso slept 4 hours, did 9.5 hours of manual labor. Fucking we ball in the gym at midnight. My man. What's up, Cav? What's my guy shouting about Sanguinius on Dark Angel? I actually think the voice here kind of fits a Dark Angel a little bit. A little bit.
They're both posh.
What do you think about Chaos Marines as a new boss type? Well, I mean, we kind of shit on them endlessly, don't we? Like, I mean, Chaos Marines are tough. They're not really that tough for, like, another Loyalist Marine, usually. I mean, they're tough in the sense that they can kill you in a one-on-one, but you already, like, mow down Rubik Marines, which are, like, they're not... Like, Rubik Marines are pretty damn strong in lore. They're pretty equivalent. They may be automatons, basically, but they're not weak.
Honestly, I'm hoping we get a Chaos Undivided again. Space Marine 3.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Just 1,000 Suns. I think that's like the biggest issue with Chaos in this game is it shows 1,000 Suns.
Yeah, I don't know why of
Like-
all the Zangor faction. I hope they just skip over them in the next game. I know they probably want like asset flip, but I would not mind if they just never use those guys again.
Wouldn't mind it, but I also wouldn't mind if they just like were like, hey guys, Chaos Undivided, have a whole bunch of new enemies, and there's some 1,000 Sun enemies. Because they can do that with Chaos Undivided. Shit.
Wacky world out there killing Xeno scum.
If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand. This looks promising. Our search was successful, Captain.
Oh,
Proceed
that
to the
sucks.
uranium refinery and
Got ping
complete
bonds into that.
demolition preparations.
Just over here being a parry behind.
It's kind of crazy how much stronger the survivability of Bulwark goes up with like any damage reduction perk in this game.
ADR in this game is just kind of crazy in general.
Yeah, you definitely notice that like having no damage reduction in this game, you're very squishy. Even like a 30% HP increase. I'd rather have conviction than that. Oh, I haven't done the math on it. Maybe the 30% comes out to be better. Low HP.
Can you aggro to me? She's sitting there.
He knows Osborne's out there. Alright, so we have one more boss spawn potentially. Who was the Chaos Legion of Space Marine 1? James answers the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, that sounds about right. The Dallas Cowboys. Just in there if you guys want it.
Oh, I don't have it. I yoinked the last one, so. There's a Guardian Relic. I will take that.
Into my trap of shock nades.
Truly one of the heroics of all time.
Not too bad on Bulwark. I don't think it's very good in Assault at all.
I know it's terrible on Assault.
Like, they gave him like a shock area on his ground slams. Like, okay. That was like an afterthought.
I think it should just have the shotgun on perk on Bulwark, like by default. Anything in shock takes more damage.
It's definitely one of the weaker heroics, I think. Technically the best fencing hammer, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there is no reason to use the normal fencing hammer. I am in the Biovore like city over here.
My favorite city. Built in 2025.
Pretty good. It's getting bombed right now though, the Biovores.
Bombs in this economy? Oh. Well, I guess we're getting more bosses. We got desynced. That means we're getting more now.
It's just like, I'm like, it's because I play solo too much, but I've never seen this, like, ever.
Here. Happens now a lot this patch. It's been the source of much complaining for people.
I mean, this patch is kind of broken in a lot of ways.
The content's very good that they put out in it, but everything else is like, eh. Not so sure about that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have a hot take on the mission of like, I don't know, I like the mission, but it's definitely not, there's not much gameplay to be had in that mission.
No, there's really not. It
It's
looks
a very,
cool.
very cool spectacle, yeah, but
It plays more like a
very
campaign
40K.
mission.
yeah, it feels like it's straight out of the campaign.
I think it's good. I kind of like... They said they're not going to have any campaign DLC for this game.
Kind of interesting. That's like what most people played the game for.
Most of those players are gone now.
I feel like they come back though for a campaign DLC.
Maybe, but like they have to update a lot. There's no perk trees in the campaign. I should write a video about this, about the state of the game currently, and campaign's hilariously probably the most undercooked mode in the game currently.
Yeah, I think they just need to update the difficulties and add the new enemies into it. Like maybe add like 2 more difficulties above Angel of Death.
He had decided to actually.
I'm getting bullied right now.
Don't we all?
I'm getting especially bullied though.
The double Carney down.
It's not
Highly
that
doubt
bad.
they will ever update the campaign. They said they wouldn't.
I mean, it's understandable because like 90% of their player base is in operations.
Yep.
So.
I have people ask me why don't you play PvP, and I'm like, yeah, for all those PvP players, definitely need my opinion on the game.
This is like the one game where it's like, if there's like games that have like PvE and PvP, I usually care more about the PvP, but this game, I played it once and I was like, that is not for me.
So it was pretty bad. Well, it's not bad. Like good bones, but very niche.
It just has no content. Is the issue with it.
I definitely agree with that.
Because like, it launched with like 3 maps, right?
How would they even
Like,
expand
2
the
units.
campaign? They could have like Captain Titus and Sergeant Before show up. I mean, yeah, Battlefront 2 had like a campaign DLC one time.
And you could also just like play as a different Space Marine in total. And play as Titus. And like, he's kind of the face. He's John Warhammer right now, but
Certainly is. That's why it's funny to me when people ask, like, are we gonna see Titus for sure in Space Marine 3? I'm like, yes. Like, who else are they gonna add in? A random new guy? Let's just toss our mascot aside.
Delta charge primed. Deploying now.
You want that stim? Should I take it?
Activation being observed.
Osborne is a relic.
Generators have been machine built.
I'm gonna hit the hay. I'm tired as hell, Don. Good night, y'all. Take it easy, Cav.
okay.
Instability detected in generator 2. Operator requested.
It's pretty brutal. Ow.
X-axis aligned. Body officers.
The first leg of this race is behind us.
Attention. Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation.
Battlefront 2 is such a good game,
possible
ruined by
two more
dumb, greedy choices. True. What are you saying?
Does plasma do more damage to Biowars? I don't remember. At least
I
feels
think it's
like
more
it,
so they just take double body shot damage in the turret.
That's probably it, yeah.
It works for the crack and penetrator rounds really well as well, like the heavy bolt rifle.
I just need a Warhammer Battlefront game. Gib.
Don't we all?
I feel like I would kind of print money.
Oh, definitely. Give it to dice. Too powerful, I can't stop him. I don't have the super pistol.
Oh.
Caught that one instantly, though. Are the Necrons going to be in Space Marine 3? Probably.
Can't wait to have to kill a Minoris Necron like 4 times.
Titus from Secret Level is in this game. Yeah, Titus from Secret Level is in Space Marine 2. Kind of crazy to think that, like, they made Sergeant Matoras. I have to wonder how long they had this all in the plan. I probably just shot that guy, but, I have to wonder how long they had this all in the plans.
It's probably a very long time. I feel like you have to plan like super far ahead when you're building like
The Milkman with the
cinematic
Prime
universe
sub.
and shit.
I started calling Indy Milk and Cookies Total War. I just called him Milk. Well, I call
He's
him
the Milkman.
I just call him Milk. Because the guy refuses to put his actual tag in his YouTube
We are
channel.
ready to ambush the enemy, Captain.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
This is truly my favorite combination of modifiers. Having twice the foe, coordinated call, summon, and extreme challenge. That's pretty peak.
Yeah, it's probably the best one. Best ones.
You gotta put on Supremacy Destroyer next. I'd probably use stronger builds
I think
for
you
that,
need
though.
that with like. Yeah, you need that. I think you need that if you have a 3-stack, honestly.
Yeah, the bosses just get melted otherwise. He's a niche micro-internet celebrity hiding from the paparazzi. His Clark Kent name. Wait, his Clark Kent name is Indy Fry. That's true. Always undercover. I know that Sotek and him know each other pretty well. Like, they're both Grave Assembly creators, so that makes sense. I asked Indy if you want to play Bird One Nose with me. But no.
The game looks peak though.
I know. He only likes RTS games and like the occasional For Honor and stuff. He was showing me his For Honor outfits and he had like a whole Blood Angel guy.
I just can't get into RTSs. They like me shooty shoots.
I love both.
Now we wait until the Xenos swarm reaches our position.
Us against 100,000 or 200,000 Tyranids.
Probably have to try RTS games again.
Confidence is a weapon. disadvantage.
I get a boss in the final area, actually. I feel like a boss should be like guaranteed in the final of Inferno.
Yeah. Do I even want to deal with that back there?
I don't know if I want to run all the way back there to deal with some boss first.
I don't really want to. You're gonna have to.
That's no one. Oh shit.
They're bullying us. They're
Bullying me, I have a shield.
Yeah, let me down, let me down, let me down. I think they still should spit at you from up there.
Hello.
They're coming down, they're coming down. Alright, now we kill them.
These comes, Captain.
They walked into the wrong bubble.
They certainly did.
Dig in.
Alright, boys, all together now. We're escaping the boardwalk hermit crab shelter.
For a while yet.
No, we die in a week.
Get it done.
Your buy hermit crab is good.
Hermit crabs? No. I bought sea monkeys though.
Oh yeah, sea monkeys.
They probably would have freaked out at hermit crabs.
At the heart of VP didn't even get a boss spawn. What the fuck? It happened to me too. Multiple times actually. I feel like boss spawns should just be guaranteed in hard strats. Honestly, with how low the HP is on 3 stack in this game for a boss spawn, I feel like they can just give you like 4 bosses per mission and be fine.
Along the protected path. Continue holding.
I think boss spawns are like 99% of what makes Space Marine 2 difficult in the first place. Definitely the most dynamic encounters.
I definitely think Tyranids would be a lot more challenging if Synaptic Burst wasn't just a nuke.
But you don't think that the entire Storm Formagons and Termagants should die in two Majora's kills?
I don't think so, because I don't think any other Horde shooter I've played does that.
Imagine every time you kill 2 Crushers, every single other box walker just
Yeah.
exploded in Dark Tide.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
We have more enemies on the horizon, brothers.
If I even kill them with this, I don't think Debbie works this way properly. No. Well, maybe. No.
I think only the initial explosion kills them.
Yeah.
Shocks are like really weird outside of the
Kind of dumb, but whatever.
corner.
And so it's only when they're like actually plant themselves properly.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my
I'm surprised they haven't buffed the perk defensive advantage yet, because like, oh, let's just take away 2 of the best rivalry perks in the whole game for a 30-second cooldown, 5-second effect.
What was it again?
The
I actually don't remember.
it's the parry shock nade effect
Ah, yes.
that makes you give up skill within armor reinforcement. Not optimal. Not optimized gaming at all.
To detonate. Kick those rotten bastards. We end this now.
It's optimal with the shock hammer because you get more synergy with the shock hammer.
Stray with me.
Yes. All my homies love the shock hammer.
5 seconds down, 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent.
No, I got up.
Extract.
Fuck. Goodbye.
I'm not leaving, kill them all.
Wrap down and ready.
Hey.
Burn the instruction. Hurry.
I get them all.
I've had the stats.
Yes. I made the shock hammer look good. I was playing Nightmare once, but I got to this point with the Thunderhammer build, just died to Raveners, where I killed all bosses, and the Thunderhawk was right here. I just decided not to walk in, and that was it. The final choice.
Run over. Doesn't count. Can't upload it.
True. It's Froggy's turn now.
Extraction complete. Returning to orbit.
Then we could do a frog game.
Commendable work, brothers.
Kinda wish they just straight up copy some of Dark Tide's modifiers. Like the special monstrosities.
We probably should.
I want tiny carnifexes that are like the size of biovores.
Tiny Carnifex is gonna be fucking crazy.
I feel like they should do more goofy ones, because they have some goofy ones, like the point one that does like a 1,000 damage or something.
Hey, I actually did a lot of damage. All those extremities, goddamn.